Hello everybody, this is your boy Justin. I'm coming back with you for another Juster Art tutorial. On this tutorial we are going to focus on creating color swatches and being able to save them and import them for future references. So the first thing you want to do is go to the right and you can highlight them, all the swatches that you have that come standard with each project. And I'm going to delete all of these. Yep. Because I want to have a clean slate. I want to be able to build my own swatches. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find 3 sets of colors. I'm using my rectangle tool. I am going to find some colors that are more orangish. So this is like for skin tone complexions. So I'm going to start with a light color first. You can start with a dark color if you want to. I'm going to start with a light color, and then I am going to create 2 other tones right under it. Alright, I have chosen my 3 rectangular boxes, and now I'm going to just choose darker colors for each skin tone. And this is really good if you're doing digital portraits and you want to have a skin tone that blends well, because that's the biggest thing, is trying to blend tones together. Sometimes it can be pretty difficult, so it's good to go ahead and use this special tool that'll help out, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Once I find my last tone, I'll start about right there. So each tone is slightly a little bit more redder, and now I'm going to drag it over to the other side, get it lined up, and then I'm going to copy that. And you can copy it by holding down Shift and Alt, or if you just hold down Alt, that will allow you just to copy it. If you want to keep it in line, then hold down Shift Alt. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and use my sample to choose which color I need to start off with, and I'm going to go darker. So to find the darkest tone that I want for this. Now, of course, you can adjust this. Later on, I'll show you how to actually change the colors. And while you change the colors, it'll actually change the whole entire blending process. So this is if you're going for that gradient type feel, but the good thing about it is that these save as individual swatches, which come in handy when you're trying to do this. So I'm going to use that last color. I'm going to find another dark color for that. And I'm just doing this by eyesight. You can always sample different pictures if you're trying to get the exact skin tone that you think they're doing. But that's the thing about art, is that a lot of times it's your personal choice. That's what makes it so interesting. So you're going to go up to the blend option, and I'm going to go to blend options first. And you want to make sure that it's set on steps that allow you to create multiple steps, so to give you individual colors, and you can choose as many as you want. I think I've got it, you can do 5, 6, 7, or 8. You can do 12, 15, how many shades you want to do. It just depends on how detailed you want to get with your shading. So I've chosen mine, and now I have it there. And then I'm going to go back to Make under Blend. You can also do the shortcut. Alright, and you see now that I have 6 shades that were added, so I have 8 shades total. And I'm going to do this for each color set. And then after I finish with this, I'm going to show you how to add it to the swatch. And then I'm going to show you how to put it in a folder and save. And then you'll be able to import it into a new project every time you have one. So you want to drag all of those over to the swatches. And what it's going to do is just create a little template. Now this is not the exact way we want to do it, but this is the best way to do it because for some reason it won't work the other way. So then I'm going to click on each of those and I'm going to drag them back over. Alright, I've added all three over. Now I'm going to click on the second one and I'm going to go to add to new folder, new color folder, or new color group, whichever you want to call it. And that's going to put them in their own group. And then I'm going to go to the bottom one, click on new color group, and then I'm going to name that one Skin 2. Press OK. The one at the top I had some problem with because for some reason the colors were out of order. I couldn't figure out why they were, but maybe it's because some of the colors, the base colors were in, orange to red more. I'm not quite sure, but the order of the colors got out of sort when I added it, but it was okay. I was able to switch it around because you can always drag and drop your colors where you want them to go. So I just kind of resorted them. You can see what I mean because the colors are all out of order. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but it only happened with that particular set. So I'm going to go ahead and switch these colors over because I want the lighter to go to darker. Now if I had started with the darker color first and then the lighter color on the opposite side, then I would have had it go from light to dark. But for some reason when it basically copied it over, it did it from dark to light. Alright, here we go. I just deleted that, and now what I'm going to do is I got two colors and I'm going to show you another way to do this. You can blend it, make it. And if I go to my direct select tool, I can press A for a shortcut, and I click on that first color, I can change it to a darker color like a black, and guess what's going to happen? Everything is going to change. The whole set blends well from that light purple to a dark black, and now I can go to the light purple and change it to more of a pinkish color, and looks what. And now you can see that it all changes. So this is a great tool that you can use when you're really working with blending those colors together. Now, this is how you save it. You go back to your swatches and you go to Save Swatches. All right, and I'm going to put it on my B drive. It has a set folder that normally saves to, but I want to be able to find it a little easier. So I'm going to B drive. I got my swatches. I'm going to label it Just a Norm Skin. Yep, and then once I do that, press save, and now it's there. So I'm going to close. Got it saved. I'm going to close out of this. No, I don't want to save it. And then I'm going to create a new project. I'm just using 18 by 18 for now. And I'm going to go back into the library, and I'm going to go to other library. I'm going to go to my B drive, and I'm going to find that swatch that I need, and there it is. And then I can just import it right in there, or just slide it over to where I need it. You can move it wherever you want. I'm going to make adjustment, move it where I want. And there it is. And now I've got my colors there, and guess what? Now I can be free to be creative with this. I'm going to go ahead and try to draw something. This is nothing fancy, just something I'm going to do. Make sure that I lock the bottom layer because we just want the feel. We don't want the stroke. So do that. I'm going to draw that. And I'm going to go to my next color. All right. And I'm going to copy this one. So press Alt and just drag it where you want. And I'm going to go to each one. I'm going to select a different color. Easy peasy. And then I'm going to stack them on top of each other. And you can kind of see that transition. How we go from one shade to the other shade. Well, you all, I hope this tutorial helps you out. Please leave any comments that you have, questions. I will be making more tutorials on this channel. Make sure you subscribe. Check the notification bell. Take care.